Sarah and Vinny on Alice at 97.3.
A bunch of men in relationships but not married were asked why they haven't proposed. What's stopping you? What's your holdback? Right?
Okay. Well, should we start with you?
This reporter is reporting a story. He's not talking about himself here.
Well, let's just hear how you relate to these answers that they give.
Half of the dudes said, we'd love to get it on, but something's holding them back. Get it on, but by get it on,
Getting
I
that
mean
marriage
get
day,
that
yeah.
proposal going. One of the reasons is they say, I can't afford it.
Yeah.
Weddings are extremely expensive. And so on top of just the ring, just to get that proposal made, you've got, ask Bryn,
Yeah.
you know, designer dresses, locations.
Brand new house you just bought.
It's a lot.
It is a lot. You know, it is big business, the wedding industry. And I have to say, when you really look at the long-term stuff that happens, and you're like we were talking about retirement the other day.
Yeah.
If a couple was to take the 30,000, I mean, I don't even know conservatively what a wedding is anymore. Say you took that 30,000 and put it away when you were 25 or 30 years old towards your retirement, that could help set you up later in life, or you could spend it on one day. So it's hard for people to reconcile it. I can totally see that. But then there's people who really have dreamt of their wedding and want it to be a certain way or need to keep a certain status amongst their friends.
Well, that's part of it is, and I think, I don't want to speak for anybody, but I know I watched this happen on my own where a lady I was with, all her friends were getting married. All of them, every one of them. Like a string of 8 friends. You're always at weddings, and she's always looking at all the stuff, and you start to realize that the wedding's on the brain, and everybody seems to be outdoing each other by a little, and it becomes a thing. Oh, my God. We're in competition.
Yep.
The wedding I just went to, my cousin's wedding up in
Oh, yeah.
Three Rivers.
Oh, boy, we didn't even talk about that. How was that?
It was lovely. It was so beautiful.
What did you
and
wind up wearing?
White pants.
I did not wear white pants.
All right.
I wore a dress.
Oh, okay.
Like a long, I've worn it here before, a long wraparound dress with real pretty pattern.
Oh, nice.
But they rented that hall there up in Three Rivers towards the Sequoias for $300. And I don't know, there was 150 people there. And I was just like, oh my God, this place cost $300. It was so pretty. Bryn, Three Rivers, man.
Yeah.
Visalia.
Keep that in mind. Sounds good. I'll forward it over to Anita.
Even though I really have never stopped bitching about the weird place Vanessa found, not this Vanessa, our other Vanessa, that place was beautiful too.
Martinez, what was a state park?
It was just in a little state park. They took over this one little section.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful
Setting.
I mean, if I've ever been to a wedding and I went, I could do this kind of thing. This
Yeah.
seems cool. Like
Well-
they really did a good job with
Yeah.
it, and it was beautiful, and it was out in the middle of nowhere. I don't know where we were. I
They
lost
didn't
all service.
blow a
and-
lot of money on it. I mean, they actually and
the way
I
to go.
and I think about that wedding sometimes, and I think that was one of the prettiest, most heartfelt weddings. Like it was really all about the people who were there. They cranked some music up just over. They didn't have a DJ or anything, did they?
Her
They just
a friend of hers did the ceremony, and her brother played the music, and I thought it was really. And her mom made the cake.
right. No, it was lovely, and then they just had
Food
a
was
caterer come
delicious.
in with like it was such a fun wedding in a beautiful setting. They had like lawn games set up. We were playing cornhole or whatever, and it was super. It was
a lot
super
of fun stuff. They rented those porta potties, the large ones
Yeah,
that
it
were
was
nice.
great. They
Those
didn't.
nice ones.
They didn't break the bank on it, and it was a lovely, memorable wedding.
Yeah.
So that's the first reason, the cost.
Oh, the cost. All right. What's the next reason?
They're
We'll talk
waiting
about
for
that.
this is about why men in relationships haven't proposed yet. A bunch of dudes were asked, and here are some of the reasons. So they can't afford it. They're waiting for the right time. The right time.
What's the right time?
I don't know. I mean,
Different
you tell
for everyone,
me,
probably.
I guess.
I don't know. When I'm 100.
You want a moment that's going to be memorable, that won't backfire. I always remember Tim Goodman. He's a writer here in town. His story was he was going to take his lady up to the hills in Marin, and as he was driving there with the ring in his pocket, he could see the fog rolling in.
Oh, that's right. He wanted to find the sunset.
No! and had to completely call an audible in the moment and figure out another, because, you know, it's freezing and it's less than spectacular view.
Right.
The fog, that is. Once it's in, it's in.
Yeah. You're not going to get a break in that to watch the sunset.
So anyway, that's on the list, waiting for the right time, the grand gesture, or how to plan it.
Yeah.
They're worried you don't love them as much as they love you.
Oh.
And that maybe either you'll say yes out of pity, or you'll say no, maybe. Maybe you'll say no. What if you say no?
I guess a guy would worry about that.
Yeah.
I would think
Usually,
most,
though, a couple's discussed it.
I was going to say most couples, it would seem, have been there in conversation more than once,
Right.
even.
It comes up. That's how you test out if someone's ready.
Friends and family have persuaded them not to ask.
Oh.
She's not the one. Don't do it.
She's bad news.
Don't do it. How's that? How would that feel if the family had been like, you find out that your person's family has said, do not ask her. We don't want her in the family at all.
It's so hard because so many times somebody, you'll hear that and then the person almost gets defiant and winds up marrying the person anyway because they're like, you don't tell me, and it's me and her against the world.
Right, except that it is your family, and
Yeah.
now someone's
And
joining
it
your
turns
family.
out they're right later on.
That is the weirdest thing. Someone's joining your family. You know.
Yep.
Look, I'm stuck with Jan and Nicholas. That's the deal. Those are my little brothers. But
Bringing someone into the
bringing
mix.
someone in.
But you're also creating your own family, and so sometimes you have to disregard what your family says. They don't know the person like you do. Yeah. But you could be blind by love. So that's,
There's always that
gotta
you are blinded
hold it
by
up to
love.
the light and look at it from all sides.
Speaking of love, I'll go on to my next story. So there's some of the reasons why you haven't been proposed to.
The
So-
family hates you. That's all. He doesn't want to hurt you by telling you.